Hello viewers, this is a Dark Knight 97 presenting you another video in the series of Andaron Saga. So today we're doing chapter 22X Alliances Forged. This is going to be a long one. The previous footage got corrupted, so I recorded about 42 minutes and that's about half of this chapter. Jaka and his men rest for a month at Castle Jakespar. Andaron spends much of his time consulting his advisors. One day a visitor arrives. I grow restless waiting all day. How much more time do you need? Every day that goes by we give Mortimer more time to build his army. Be patient. I promise you teammate support and I always keep my word. However, there's much to be done. We have just been through a civil war. Convincing the nobles to enter another war will require some persuasion. You're a king, can't you just command them to move? I certainly could, but when I return home, do you think I'll meet a cheering crowd? Or is it more likely I'll face an open revolt? I can't just ignore the will of my people. If I do that, my reign will be as short and brutal as that of King Randall of Veronica. Well, at least someone acknowledges Randall was a moron. Bah, I thought your scaries didn't care for politics. My friend Brandon told me all you like to do is fight. A friend is not entirely wrong, with agents do like a violence. However, I'm afraid we can never escape the struggle of politics. Just give me a sec. Yeah, this OBS is acting a bit weird. Anyway, let's go to the next line. Whenever Vikings disagree, they simply beat each other senseless in an arena. Perhaps my first order as king should be to adopt this custom. I wonder who's coming. Green unit. My king, an envoys from Styxia's just arrived. Styxia, the desert country, right? Yeah, that's going to be interesting. Styxia, I was not informed of this. No one is informed, Your Highness. They showed up unannounced. You have dealings with these necromancers? Not that I know of. We share a border, but our interactions are very limited. They insist on speaking directly with you. What should I tell them, Your Highness? Send them in. As you command, my king. I'd say Janek Putri looks pretty damn good. And here's Ahmed. Greetings, weak and foolish flesh bags. You now stand before I, Lord Maida. What? Servant of the secret shadow grey walker extraordinaire. It is I, Maida the beautiful, he who knows no mortal limit. Oops, that is awkward. Sorry folks. Sometimes he comes out and things get weird for a bit. Anyway, I'm Ahmed, a friendly skeleton servant of Darius. His voice changed. But I don't just interrupt someone when they're talking, it's rude. Or did his eyes just blink? Nope. Yeah, it's glowing, man, that's kinda cool. Yes, my voice does change on occasion, but pay it no mind. If you're living a second life, you would have a few screws loose too. Yeah. You said you're a servant of Darius. Do you mean Prince Darius of Styxia? Yes, sir, the one and only. We are pleased to finally meet you. You have been following a little war effort for quite some time. I did not realize Styxia took an interest in our internal matters. What are you, stupid? Of course you need to keep an eye on the dragons. You can't take a dump without our intelligence agents reporting it. The last thing we want is a bunch of deranged soul scaries coming down. That is to say, it would be prudent to keep our eyes open. You gotta see this guy's funny, interesting. Now that you're king, we wish to offer support to your lordship. And yet you didn't come to my aid when Andaron was beating down my doors. I'm sure I uttered the same flowery words to my brother if he were here. Yes, obviously, imbecilic fleshling. Do you think we run a church here? Charity is for those who deserve it, not a bunch of after moronic. Don't mind old Maida, he just sees stuff sometimes. The skeleton is quite a handful. Alright, so what does Prince Darius want to talk about? I'll leave it to him, but he wants to yap about something secret. It'll have a big benefit not only to you, but the landlord too. Me as well, color me interested. So what'll it be? Can you keep your mouth shut to hear him out? Alright, I'll give him my word that the meeting is off the books. Where is the wish to meet us? Where else but here, you you idiot blunderhead. You'd think he'd sent me here all by myself, moron. So yeah, my friend is already here. Yeah, there he comes. The Prince of Styxia. King Tendala's music's pretty damn good. Well fought, well fought. That was quite exciting civil war. My father and I watched the audio in such great anticipation. Prince Darius, I've not seen you since Mortimer's coronation ceremony. I'm glad you're alive and that a war could provide you entertainment. I'm afraid I'm woefully unprepared for such a royal visit, however. I'll not even have servants ready to offer you food and refreshment. You must feel out of your element. Oh, it is fine. Your castle appears to be in quite a ragged state. I would hate to be a hindrance to your reconstruction efforts. I assure you, you won't slow down our artisans down one bit. And glad I am to hear that. May your reign be long. Yours is well now. What brings the Prince of Styxia to my royal palace? I've actually come to speak with a lot of lances. Me? Really? That's right. You're the mercenary you served under Prince Bodemon. I come bearing news that I think you will find quite amusing. What news could a Princess Styxia possibly have that would interest me? I heard you and Bodemon are quite close, almost as brothers. I do not imagine you hold much love for the new king of Andaron. That's an understatement. You'll be interested to learn that King Mortimer has made a deal with my father. He's shipping political prisoners down to Styxia to be raised as undead slaves. Damn, that's messed up. What, that wild bastard? 5 slave caravans have already entered, a 6th is on its way. Why will you tell us this? My father and I disagree on how best to run our glorious nation. He wishes to close it down while I want to open it up to the world. When I ascend the throne, I plan to end the Styxian slave trade. Shipping in prisoners from other nations is poor practice. One cannot achieve greatness with the populace in chains. So you value freedom, do you? A champion of the downtrodden? Is that why you have a skeleton servant following you around? Slavery is so wrong, but eternal servitude and death, that's fine. If you're referring to my return, Ahmed, it was his choice to serve me in death. I would never raise an unwilling soul into servitude. He insisted I do it for him. Through the process, it sadly split his personality apart somewhat. Why should he trust you? What do you gain from this? I do not wish to see your people serving my father in chains. However, I cannot publicly defy my father, that would be treason. So instead you tell us to go up against your father in your place. That's a different kind of treason. I'm not telling you to do anything, I'm merely a humble messenger. How you chose to act on this information is up to you. But this sounds like another trap device from Mortimer himself. I'm not falling for it. I bet you plan to lure us into an ambush. You decide to travel to the border to see the truth for yourself. Then I offer to go there with you. I'll be completely at your mercy. I would be a fool to try and ambush you under such circumstances. Okay, this guy makes an interesting offer. You risk much coming here, not only your life but that of your father too. Everything in life requires some risk. I do not shun away from it. Anyway, I shall give you privacy to talk. Come see me when you reach a decision. I will legally await your response. Okay, and the guy in chapter begins. So Mortimer has an alliance with the King of Styxia. Do you believe it? Nothing is beneath a treacherous rat. Do I trust his Darius even less? You would be very wise not to, as Styxians are schemers. Darius is quite different from his father though I'll say. How so? He's a lot more talkative for one. His father is a man of few words. Much more fond of making threats and compromises. The King of Styxia is a monster who released a plague on Andaron. Divided half a population, the old man perished due to it. I seem to recall that the people were laying siege to the capital. Yeah, Bor often say the same. They act on self-defense, Jaffa. But I don't care, it is a vile act. Very necros and a black magic. Desperate times call for desperate measures, though I do agree it was reprehensible. Will you travel down to the border then? See if these slave caravans really exist. I don't know. If what Darius says is true, then I can't just sit by and do nothing. What would you do if you were me? I would go and speak with your men. Perhaps also Darius himself. Maybe you'll learn something new. Sounds like a plan. And so the garden begins. Let's start with the Odyssey. The lava playing in the background is kind of scary. At the same time, I'd like some music. Anyway, let's start with Darius first. I couldn't help but notice that Darius said you two met at Mortimer's coronation ceremony. Yes, as a respected princess of born nations, it was expected of us to show. The father was too sick to travel himself, and Darius' father was also occupied. So you were both there personally. You saw Mortimer get crowned. What is it like? I've witnessed a few coronation ceremonies in my lifetime. I was there when both King Catus and King Thorgrim were crowned. Wow, you must be old. I find such events dreadfully dull, and if I'm to be perfectly honest, though I suppose Mortimer did go about it a bit differently. Also, he first gave a grand speech about the downfall of his dear beloved brothers. Then he renounced House Steel and said his family was not fit to rule Andaron. After that, he announced his marriage to Lady Brianna of House Flameguard. Thus, he took on a surname, making House Flameguard a new royal family. So Mortimer decided to adopt the twisted ways of his mother's family. Yeah. I hear that Flameguard is known for marrying inside their own family. Is this common among you humans? No, this is something unique to the house. We talk about keeping the bloodline pure, and no wonder this House Flameguard guys are insane. I think this wild practice is the reason why so many of their family members go mad. Lord Garrett, the former head of the house, married his cousin Lady Cassandra. A few years later, he mysteriously died, and Lady Cassandra has been ruling ever since. Mysteriously. Indeed. It was something that happened, a fight almost broke out. Between whom? Lord Visser of House Wendlands protested quite profusely. He disapproved of the royal family partaking in such wild acts. Asham's dad, I should have known. He was always a man of tradition. If it came nearly to blows between him and Lord Alvaro Flameguard. I was quite sad when his younger son William diffused the situation. A good brawl would have added some much needed entertainment. The Magians do a lot of violence. So there's some conflict between Mortimer's allies. Maybe they're not as united as I first anticipated. But think we could attempt to sow division among them. It's a possibility for sure. Do you have any spies on Andaron? Sadly, the Civil War ruined Timate's infrastructure. A network of spies has to be rebuilt from the ground up. Once it happens, however, I'll let you know what I can do. Thanks, Sandaris. You have proven yourself to be a person of integrity. True Timate never forgets what he owes. Oh, that's a Lannister line from Game of Thrones. That's nice. That's a nice reference. Maybe let's wait. Let Anglers come towards us, so we'll talk to Jahira first. Hey Jahira, you seem to be deep in thought. Are you looking for Helga? At Helga? King Tendar is called her beautiful. Oh, I see you're jealous. Pardon? It's fine, we've all been there. Why would I be jealous? I'm guessing you've got a thing for your king. I don't blame you, he's a handsome fellow. Utterly ridiculous, I'm his retainer, I'm merely looking out for him. Hey now, the heart knows what it wants. I know a thing or two about forbidden love. I'm merely attempting to observe what he sees in this human. If my king is a pick his first mate, she must be vetted properly. Mate? You mean queen? Timad is no queen, only a dragon king. But Tendar had a mother, what was she called? Dragon King had multiple concubines, the late king had 13 in total. Concubines, sir. I'd love to see someone try and call Helga to her face. That would be funny, I mean that'll be an interesting scene. Being a concubine to a Dragon King is a position of the highest honor. The Manakee race has suffered sadly from low fertility and slow birth rates. Even with a harem of various partners, the king only ever had 2 sons. I guess your customs make a little bit sense. Bit more sense to me now. However, Stenard is his mother, not a full-blooded dragon. How did that pairing happen? When he was younger, a king would take flight and travel the world as a dragon. One time he visited Andaron, and when he came back, he brought a human with him. Her name is Liana, she was a noble. What? Wait, Liana, that name rings a bell. I'm rusty in my Andaron nobility, but I swear Samuel told me a story once. I think this was... Liana was a flame guard. Yes, now that you mention it, she was Liana of the House Flame Guard. You're telling me Tendar is actually the son of a Flame Guard noble? That would mean he's related to Bodymon, albeit quite distantly. Maybe that's why they got along. Human bloodlines never did matter much to us. Never bothered to look into them that deeply. Well, that's an interesting bit of history for sure. Do I take it Tendar is yet to pick any concubines? Not yet, but a new king, he has a duty. As a new king, he has a duty to begin picking them up as soon as possible. I of course will vet them properly to make sure they're all suitable partners. A concubine must have certain traits and important qualities to be a suitable match. Like having pink hair perhaps? Dark rogue. I don't follow what hair color matters. You really are dense. The humans make no sense to me at all. To me. Okay, let's talk to Helga. Helga, got a moment? What is it? Can we talk about your relationship with your grandmother? Why the sudden interest in my family life? Do you think she was always a monster? No, I do not. How can you be so sure? Because the scholar I grew up with was not a woman you met in a tent. Can you elaborate? My grandmother was always stern and somewhat cold, that much. However, she was not an emotionless and empty husk you saw in Hornheim. When I was young, I remember seeing her laugh, cry, despair, and even love. Variety of many human emotions that no monster would be able to emulate. When would you say that this changed? It was back when her parents perished. Skylar claimed they died in a blizzard. However, now I'm not so sure anymore. I think she may have killed them both. So I think at some point Skylar may have undergone a transformation. After the death of my mother and father, I never saw Skylar smile and laugh again. Not just grieving that maybe the despair had heart in her heart. However, I think there's another reason. And what would that be? Skylar often traveled to Helheim alone. Every time she came back, she changed. It was as if she left a small part of herself back in the void, a fragment of her soul. One night I walked into a tent and heard her talking to someone. Who was she talking to? Never mentioned his name, but it was clear it was someone of great importance. And you didn't think this was strange. My grandmother often communed with dark spirits, so I didn't think much about it. However, there's something in the way she spoke with this one that gave me chills. She had an obedient tone in her voice as if she was speaking to an authority figure. When she noticed me, she became furious and chased me out of her tent at once. I tried asking her about it later, but she didn't want to speak a word about it to me. So, who do you think it was? Well, at the time I had no idea, but after the visit to Helheim, I have some suspicions. I believe she was communicating a lot as Asmodeus, Demon Lord, was chasing us in chapter 17. The Supreme King of Terrors. Do you remember the Demon Emperor who appeared and chased us out of Helheim? That was him. That was Lord Asmodeus. I didn't want to believe it at first. I wonder if the dialogue changes if you would accept a deal with Asmodeus. Darker looked white as a sheet. Helga, when we were in Helheim, I heard a voice inside my head. What did it say to you? It knew I wanted to kill Mortimer and offered me the power to do so. Please don't tell me you accepted a deal. Of course not. Good. You're not as great as fool I thought you were. Do you think this Asmodeus has a hand in what happened to Skylar? It might very well be that the ritual creates some kind of unholy pact for him. Yes. Damn it. What will this mean for Ammon when he grows up? Jack, if the worst comes to pass, I should be the one to do it. Do what? The unthinkable. It can't be you nor Elander. The burden should be mine. I won't let it come to that, Helga. I'll do what it takes not to. I'll scout a world for a cure or a solution before it happens. I understand. Yeah, I wonder if Angus is going to move and talk. Yep, there is. Jack, a moment of your time. Yeah, what is it? I just received a letter from my family. What does House Darkholm want? I'm not sure, my parents did not say. They only want me to return home. Apparently they want to give me a gift of some kind. How exciting. Sounds ominous. They promised I would be free to return to your side in due time. Or they plan to sell you to Mortimer where you would be tortured for information on us. You wound me, Jacob. My family would never. I don't have family that well. No one in Andaron does really. However, I don't think any house is beneath trickery or deceit. Still, if they wish for you to have something, it must be valuable. So what would you have me do? I'll follow your instructions. Yeah, we'll just send them home. I think you should go see your family. Truly, are you not skeptical? Of course I am, but what do we really have to lose? You're just a bard. I'm a bard, so good. Aha, oh Jaka, you little jokester. I shall give my mother and father your best. I wasn't joking. Yeah, there goes Jaka. So now we go a long way. We need to talk to Ahmed Darius last, so we go cycling this side. which means it'll take a while to reach, Darius. Let's talk to Isabel first. Man, I never thought I'd see the royal castle from the inside. Last time I was here, I only saw it from quite far away. You've been a teammate, you never told me. Father brought me here on a mission with King Thorgrim. I was barely a teenager, but I cried until they let me come. My mother was furious when father agreed to bring me. Your mother's name was Ellen, wasn't it? Boromon told me she fell at the siege of Altamar. Yeah, alongside both of my brothers. That left me as Robert's sole child. And we ended up taking his life as well. I'm so sorry for it, Isabel. I've been so caught up in my own loss that I never stopped to consider yours. I was devastated when news of my father's death reached me. However, he always told me he would not die quietly in a bed. As a knight, he always knew his death would come in battle. He rode in a conflict against a company knowing well the risks. You were just defending yourselves. I cannot blame you for his death. You're a lot mature than I could ever hope to be, Isabel. My father's killer was allowed to freely travel in his crew. Well, I wouldn't be very rational. This Prince Darius that just showed up, do you blame him for your father's death? It was his father, King Kangax, who unleashed a plague on Andaron. And that plague ended up killing my old man shortly after the war. I don't know if Prince Darius played any part in it, it's hard to say. Normally I wouldn't blame a son for a sense of a father, but you know, something over Darius unsettles me greatly. His speech is too fluid. I know what you mean. Mood talkers are often dishonest. And yet if Darius speaks the truth, Mortimer is shipping slaves to Styxia, then you would be foolish to turn a blind eye to it. What do you think I should do, Isabel? You should go with them and see the truth with your own eyes. And if we walk straight on an ambush at the border, then we'll just have to crush them. Sometimes I admire your resolve. Yeah, that's it. I'll go see the truth and crush the rebel ambush spawn if it happens. Okay, let's talk to Ariel. Jack, I need to speak with you for a moment. What's in your mind, Ariel? I don't think I'm cut out for this. Cut out for what? Fighting, killing. What makes you say that? I'm an Ashburn, born to one of the most ferocious fighting families in Andaron. And yet every time I swing my axe to an end in life, I feel a great remorse. All this fighting has been weighing quite heavily on me as of late. Combat takes its toll on us all, Ariel. You're not alone in feeling this way. Sometimes when I'm alone, I do feel an overwhelming sense of despair. But when I think of my father and brother, they'd laugh as they charged in battle. How could I be so different from them? They both killed without remorse or mercy. Meanwhile, I feel a burden of my own guilt almost crushing me beneath its weight. You're a normal human who was born in the house of killers. That is strength, not weakness. It's what makes you unique. Never lose a part of yourself. So many people throw it away. The history of my house is a history of pure violence. The Ashburns are only known for sheer brutality. Without that, how can I even call myself one of them? Then change the course of your house, Agent. There's been an identity for generations. I can't just walk in and remove that. And why not? Give me one good reason why that is impossible. A family would never accept it. And then make them accept it by be stronger than them. They'll have no choice but to follow you then. You want me to fight violence with violence? Only for as long as you have to until you bring about change. Isn't that going against everything I believe? Then this itself is not an evil alien. It's a tool just like anything else. Using violence when violence is just called fighting for the right thing. But would I not be a hypocrite? Well, if you want to speak about hypocrites, Samuel once told me something important. The world needs warriors who know how to wield swords but still keep them sheathed. He may have failed to live up to his words, but still stay with me all this time. I sometimes repeat those very words to myself at night to help me relax. Thank you for your words, Shaka. You have given me much to think about. Anytime you will. Well, Samuel is a wise guy even if he turned to be a traitor. Okay, let's see. We'll talk with Lillian first. Jaka, I need to speak to you about Elander's condition. She's not getting better, I take it. I've been doing everything I can to treat her, but it appears that she is. She is what? She appears to be aging rapidly. What? The witches is depleted and life energy to a breaking point. He's become like a sieve that leaks water uncontrollably. That's terrible. Is there anything we can do to help? I spent hours poring over old tomes containing medical knowledge. I haven't been able to find information about magic that speeds up aging. Is her condition incurable? The only lead I've found is that light magic might counter toxic darkness. But unfortunately, only a mage's adept in the greatest arcane arts will suffice. Royal Lightbringer capable of casting 100 spells at once, like Katus. Gonna kill Katus, so I wonder if there's anyone who could do it. Maybe Albert Macarius, I don't know. What about a baby? How's Amon doing? Amon is a strange child, he hardly shows any emotion. However, he starts to cry when my staff trusts me, This does worry me a bit. You see, you saw what Skylar really was. The thing Amon will grow to become one of them. I have to believe that's not the case, but I wouldn't know what to tell Elander. That's tragic and sad. Let's talk to Ayla and see how she is. Damn, she looks aged. Elander, how are you feeling? I see the look in your eyes, my appearance disturbs you. I'm only worried for you, Elander. I'm not trying to stress you. Try not to stress you. I do not fear for my own life, Jaka. However, I do worry for little Amon. I worry what he might become when he grows up to become a man. The sequel beat right there in Andaron Saga 2. Wonder if it's gonna ever happen. I mean, it'll probably happen, but let's see. Andaron Saga is kind of fun. And the sequel will take time, even if it's going to be a 10. You saw what Skylar was. Just because Skylar was a monster does not mean Amon will become one. And you notice how? I don't, but I have to believe it. You have to as well. But what if we are wrong? We'll cross that bridge when we reach it. Until then, we'll give Amon what he needs. He should be treated with love and care like all children deserve. Jaka's such a good man. Thank you, Jaka. I draw my strength from your words. If Bodemon were here, he would surely say the same. And what do you think Bodemon would say about Darius and his request? Bodemon, being a trusting fool that he was, would surely rush headfirst to the border. However, I'm not so naive as to take the words of a necromancer at face value. The Styxians are a foul blight upon Aurora. They reject the teachings of the divine. Nothing good can come with colluding with their twisted ambitions. By God, you would say that. If you plan to go to the border, I will still go there with you. However, never let your guard down even for a moment. What I decided to do, I promise to be careful. Yes, so Ila's basically telling us to be careful and she'll support us. That's kinda nice. There are no random convos in this chapter. That's kind of interesting. Normally by now there'd be a random convo at this point. Now let's talk to Theodore. Theodore, I want to ask your advice on what to do regarding Darius and his request. Heard his speech. Do you believe Mortimer is selling off prisoners? Turning them into undead slaves? That sounds wild even for him. At this point, I won't put anything past him. I don't trust the necromancers, but if it is really true, we have some to do something. Our own people are being condemned to a fate that is far worse than death. Have your soul eternally enslaved and denied us in and beyond. It goes against everything we believe. But what if this is a plot to lead us all into an ambush? Then we should expose ourselves to a risk. As long as Elana and her child are safe, just like that, huh? What if this is a trap devised by Mortimer to kill us all? I've been a knight my whole life, so I can only speak from my position as a knight. Today I put my own safety above that of my people. I'm a knight, name only. Even if I march towards uncertainty and possible death, I cannot favor it. There is a chance that the innocent are being victimized. I must go to the aid. That is the only way I know how to live as a proud knight of Andaron. Very idealistic, I personally don't give a rat's ass about honor. I'd gladly brawl in a mud and sully my honor if it means winning. Then you will be no better than Mortimer. But there's a big difference. I won't betray my friends. And what about the people of Andaron? I knew that Darius spoke the honest truth. I'd already be giving the orders to leave. The problem is I do not trust him. I trust your instincts. What are they telling you? Darius is speaking the truth and that I'd be a fool to trust him. Then I'd say go ahead to the border and don't ever let your guard down. That's fair. Yeah, so Theodore's just telling us to go and keep a guard up. Yeah, next one is Haley. Divines be good. How many arrows are in that pile? A few hundred at a moment. I plan to make many more. I want to shoot for 100 quills in an arrow. 100 quills in a box. What did I carry it in? Wait, you made all those? Ever since I arrived in Timid, I've been shooting down so many wilderness ice there on a bench. Good word is how to come by, so I figured it wouldn't hurt to be prepared. I wonder why here I doubt we'll be shooting down more wyverns. You don't think the people that kicked in the teeth will come back for revenge? It never hurts to be prepared. You sure like to take everything into account, don't you? I ran away from home when I was 14, a scared little girl with no survival skills. I almost starved to death during the first few days. I didn't even know how to cook. Life on the road taught me that I had to look out for myself, no one else is going to. Why did you run away from home? I was told my father perished in a fire, leaving me alone. My half-brothers are not very kind to me after his passing. Said it was better to be on your own rather than with them. Brothers are supposed to look after their sisters. Damned cowards. The mother utterly despised me. I think she saw me as a threat. She said I looked too much like the harlot who ensnared her husband. You're a noble, aren't you? Is it that obvious? I hope I had discarded my mannerisms by now. That's not it. You mentioned earlier that you posed a threat to your brothers. That alone gave away your true nature. Only nobles view their families as threats. And you nailed it. That's an interesting review. The skills of your bow combined with your golden hair pretty much gives it away. You're a noble of House Ring, aren't you? I suspected it from the moment. However, you seem to want to keep it a secret, so I didn't force the issue. You're almost correct. I'm a bastard of House Ring, actually. My mother was a common name. So you must be the daughter of Lord Wilbert. Voldemort told me that he perished in a fire. We fought against your brother in a battle of Theranos River, did we not? We did. My other brother Gabriel was there too, but he ran away like he tends to do. I don't know much about the Ring family at all. Liam and Gabriel, what were they like growing up? Liam is a lot more than an idiot, always wanting to prove himself. Gabriel's a quiet one, but he's the more dangerous of the two. Dangerous how? Liam was straightforward, it wasn't hard to read him or know what he wanted. Thus he was pretty easy to handle even when his temper got the best of him. Gabriel, on the other hand, cold and calculating, quiet but terribly cruel. He is the kind of person to lure you into a trap before he puts an arrow in you. Also, he's by far the most talented with a bow, better than Liam or even myself. So it was cold. That makes you wonder, how did you feel? Nothing really. Not even a little bit of remorse. Nah. What good would that do me? Uses emotions are best discarded. You're a human, Haley. It's only natural to feel something when fighting a family. I guess I was a bit annoyed. That's not really what I meant. Are you done with a pep talk now? I'd like to go back to making arrows. My apologies. It wasn't my intention to pry or anything. No offense taken. Okay, that's an interesting lore about House Ring. Hey, this was someone talking that the order of my video got corrupted, so let's go talk to Zacharias. A lot of lances. Zacharias is hoping he could give me some insight. With regards to Darius, do you think we can trust him? All men die eventually. What? Those who learn to escape death will betray the divines. The entities despised by our creator. So too are the hellspawn. They're talking about how Styxia raises people from the dead. Necromancers or something. That is a natural part of life. Do not fear a lot of lances. When we die, we enter samsara and may someday rise again. A new life, reincarnation, that is a way of universe. That sounds a lot like the sensuous religion. Centaurs are the creator's children, just like humanity is. Never forget, you must reject all who upset the natural way. Alright then, good talk. As always, good talk. Yeah, nothing much from Aquarius. I'm interesting centaur lore, I guess. Let's talk to Wilbert. Never thought I'd see, never thought I'd find myself in this deep into scary territory. I noticed that some of the castle's residents have been glaring intensely. They don't seem very happy with you. Understandable, you'll probably kill some of the family members. Correction, I definitely killed a lot of the family members. I've heard some of the locals call you the Hermit of Death. Did you really shoot on that many Wyvern riders? Lost con after 70. This guy is cool. Yes. Oh my god. It's a wonder that the Maitian military then sent patrols to kill you. Oh, but it dead several times. I just outsmarted those lizards every time. I lived in a dragon tooth mountains for years and knew every rock. When I noticed the patrols, I just went into hiding until they came up. Then I followed them and put arrows in them at night while I slept. This guy plays dirty. This may sound a bit harsh, but why the intense hatred for Timetians? It all started one day when an ugly woman Leonora landed in my garden. Oh, Leonora was naked. I spent years trying to get something to grow up on harsh, cold soil. I was at long last due to get a yield of ripe tomatoes while she arrived. A dumb lumbering beast stormed the soil and destroyed my hard work. This conflict started over tomatoes. That's how it all began at any rate. She just showed up at my cabin. She probably thought I was just some harmless woman she could bully. Maybe she was hoping that she could extort some good or gold out of me. I told her to piss off, of course, but she didn't exactly take no for an answer. So I strung my bow and decided to put an arrow straight in my chest. She survived thanks to a nice shield she was carrying, but she was pissed. She was quite tough, so I had to flee, but she swore she'd come back. After a day, I decided to shoot down any wyvern that came too close. Better to be safe than sorry, I say. You seem to have lived quite an exciting life for a hermit. Compared to my whole life, my days in the mountains are pretty dull. Yeah. I definitely remember house rings, so Earlier days might have been interesting. Okay, let's talk to Miriam. What do you want, Stabby? Can't you see I'm busy? Can't say I do. What are you doing? Just standing by around, just standing around hoping to be left alone by annoying people asking stupid questions. It's absolutely charming. Nice sarcasm, bro. Anyone ever told you that? Once or twice. I hear one of teammates' strongest. They call you the soaring shrieker. How did you that name come about? Guess it's because of Arion, my wyvern. He shrieks like a dying girl in battle. At first I found it annoying, but then I noticed it scared my enemies shitless. Figured I'd just let him keep at it. He's even louder when he's hungry. Bernardus tells me you're the leader of the Order of Wyvern Knights. Is that some kind of elite group? I bet your ass. We're top drakes of Wyvern Knights. We're top drakes. Wyvern Knights are the pride of Timid. We strike fear into the heart of our foes. The lances can pierce the toughest armor. No one can stand up to us in battle. Sounds like you'd be handy to have if Timid goes to war. Andaron's got some strong knights wearing heavy plate armor. Steel knights in particular are almost impervious to harm. Beat senders walking tin cans packing by a single charge. I hope to see that one day. I don't. War is a warrism. How come? I think a strong warrior like you would relish a chance to fight. I'd rather cruise nice and easy all the way until retirement. Now, guarding the palace, that's a job I can see myself doing just fine. Plenty of time for napping, eating, drinking, playing dice. You're not what I thought you would be. It's not the first time I hear someone say that. My sisters would berate me constantly every day. Oh Miriam, maybe see your talents away. Oh Miriam, you should try to exert yourself more. Blah blah, so tiresome. So your ultimate dream is just this lack of never work. Hell yeah, earn myself so cash so I never have to exert myself again. Just kick back with a good drink and some good meat, living a good life. Until then, I guess I just have to keep screwing fools now and then. I'm awesome at killing after all. At least you know what you want. Yep, and right now I'm good to go for a nap, so stop yapping your trap and sort of. Yes, I will. Okay, so Miriam's interesting. Just wants to enjoy life. Just became good for killing and the growth kinda sucks, so you want to become better at killing. Let's talk to Jesse. Oh man, bro, Jaka, we gotta get out of here. Oh, what's wrong, Jesse? I don't know how we both end up here, but we gotta leave before he finds us. Jesse, you're being incoherent. What's going on with you? I just woke up from a nap and I have no idea how I ended up in this place. This is a bad dream, pinch my arm. Jesse, will you calm yourself down? What is scaring you so much? How did you end up inside Castle Flame? Flame God? You're an intimate bro. Castle Flame God, what are you on about? Jesse, you're in the Timatian Royal Palace. Oh, we are? But, oh right, that's... looks so similar. Alvaro, he's not... Jesse, have you been on a dust again? Oh no, I've been clean for at least 2 days. How would you even know what Flame God looks like on the inside? I was there a few times with Bot back in the day, but you're just some rogue. I wouldn't even know where to begin. You mentioned Alvaro, did you know him? Oh, I know him, he's evil incarnate monster wearing human disguise. It was Bodemon's cousin, but God said it never felt like the family to him after all. Well, didn't care much for the Flame God except for his mother Maria, of course. Yes, Lady Maria along with Father John. They were the only ones who treated me well. Just you're not making any sense. How would you know Bod's mother? I doubt she hung around in the slums. I'm sorry, Jacob, bro, I need to be alone. And sometimes I worry if all it does is permanently idle his brain. This grasp on reality is always weak, but I feel like it's gotten worse. You see what a mess you've become. Wonder if you ever went to this dungeons at Lane Guard. Anyway, let's talk to Runa. Hey Runa, what are you doing here all alone sulking in a corner? Oh hello Mr. Chaka. What's wrong? You seem upset. Oh I'm sorry. I know we have accomplished a lot ever since arriving here in Tibet, but I feel like I'm no closer to finding my dad. I've asked but no one here knows anything. Sorry to hear that, but how can you know he's even still alive? My mom told me I was a powerful sage. There's no way anyone could defeat him. Being powerful is no indicator of survival, it's rather opposite in fact, I'd say. Strong people often tend to get involved in conflicts beyond that are beyond their power. Voldemort is strong and very good at it. Good at fighting, yet he died all the same. I just don't want to believe that the father is actually dead. That all of this was for nothing. The whole journey hasn't been for nothing. We made quite a few friends, right? We suffered hardships together, but you have also gained a lot of exciting memories. You'll be telling your future children about your adventures one day, I'm sure. I just wish I would tell my father about them as well. Keep it chin up, Luna. We might run into him yet. Thanks for the encouragement. That's what I do. Kinda sweet. Jacko. Okay, let's talk to Sigrid. Hey Sigrid, you seem starry-eyed. See something interesting? I know, we've been here for a month, but this castle now ceases to amaze me. Look at how the lava flows around the interior, how the drakes built it. And now I say these people build the dwellings with obsidian. Apparently it doesn't melt even when exposed directly to lava. So how they built all of this on top of a lava river? I'll imagine that must have taken many decades of effort. I spent all my life around ice and snow. See something like this is quite amazing. It's so hot here. Well, I'm glad you are enjoying yourself. I can't say the same for your sister. Helga's always been moody. I've learned to ignore it. I can't imagine growing up there was easy. Oh, it wasn't bad. She's not like this when we were together. She just doesn't like outsiders ever since mom and dad died. One day I hope everyone will see a gentle side. Did give her life force to save Elander. It was a selfless act. My sister is very quick to shoulder blame. She felt like what happened was her fault. But she felt she should pay the price for what Elander had to endure. If anyone is to blame for what happened to Elander, it's me. I was so fixated on a mission that I didn't consider her safety. I never should have left her alone with the damn scary witches. Oh, I'm sorry, Sigrid. I was not implying you were one of them. That's okay, I feel angry about it too. I knew some of them for a long time. The thing that so many of them are monsters in disguise, it's sickening. Do you think there ever will be a clan Skadi after this? I don't know, it would be nice to take the surviving members and make a new clan. To name it something like Clan Big Fluffy Snow Bunnies. Okay. Yeah, we might have to workshop on that one. He's a kid, man. That's kind of cute. Maybe. Let's talk to Harriet. We gotta get a whole lady conversation. The kids' conversation. Chaka, there you are. I need you to get me everything written here. This is quite a long list, Harriet. There must be 50 things on here. You really need all this stuff. I'm running low on medical supplies like ointment to treat burn wounds. Can't you just use your staves? Oh, you silly boy, you don't know anything about how healing staves work, do you? I must admit it was never an area of expertise or bother to delve into. Staves can only heal surface flesh wounds. They can knit flesh and mend broken bones. However, some underlying symptoms such as burns and infections must still be treated. Yeah, I remember now. My sister was able to learn how to wield staves thanks to help my mother. However, staff can only alleviate the pain caused by symptoms and not cure the illness. I asked Femke, was it? You told me about her when I healed the scar. How's the little brat doing? I haven't seen her in a while, but I have a friend named Brandon watching over her. He's like a father to me. I would trust him with my life and the life of my family. He sends me letters on a regular to let me know how they're doing back in Hortmire. Femke cried a lot when she learned and left without saying goodbye, but she's fine now. Femke wants some training how to use staves after this war and send her to me. I'd be happy to teach a girl some tricks. I wish I had a proper teacher at her age. Divine Snow, it would have saved some lives back when I was a battle medic in the war. Served in a Styxian war, did you not? You might have been around my old man. His name was Jamke. That editing will ring a bell. A faint one, perhaps, though I healed a lot of men back then. It was an awful war, unlike any I've ever seen before or since. Those damn necromancers use magical disease as weapons. I take it you're not thrilled with Prince Darius being here then. What is your opinion of him? Compared to his father, that cub seems meek and utterly harmless. Yet a little lamb can often show itself to be a dangerous lion. Mortimer is an example of that. Yeah, that's a good way to put proverbs to use. So do you think we should accept his offer? I would not, but I don't think my opinion would hold much sway with you young folks. You would all throw yourselves upon spears if you thought it would win you the war. Utterly reckless and foolish, all of you. Well, I appreciate your honesty, Lady Harriet, and your advice. Well then, enough talk. I want you to get me every item on that list. Chop chop, I want these reagents as early as history. No better than to refuse. I have a nice relationship, that's kind of wholesome. Okay, we're almost there. Let's talk to Hamlet first. Hello, Mr. Skeleton. Lot of lances, how is it going, my fleshy guy? You know, forgetting a name is rude, right? I'm Ahmed, the friendly skeleton of Cheers. Right, Ahmed, sorry. It's just you're a skeleton. It's a little morbid that I'm talking to a dead guy. Ha, I'm a skeleton. You're a skeleton, lot of lances. What do you think is inside that flesh body of yours? I merely have less meat on my bones compared to you. I hadn't thought of it like that before. But you're still a dead man, yes. And now you're enslaved with Darius forever. Let's get one thing clear. I'm not Lord Darius' slave. I'm more like his undying best friend, his buddy. Yeah, that's interesting. He bound you with black magic, you lack the will. Don't you have to follow all of his commands? That isn't something a best friend would do. Ah, now it's a good laugh coming from the likes of you. Pardon? You act as if you have free will, but you don't, moron. You're as much as a slave as me. No, I'm not. That's ridiculous. Is it you're a slave to your own body and desire a fresh bag? Your quest to kill Mortimer proves that you're a slave. You need to sleep every night. There's also evidence of slavery. If one desires to make them into a slave, then we're all slaves. Yes, but now we're beginning to understand. But this nonsense is what I get for talking to a skeleton. You're just mad that my logic is perfect and flawless. The great mirror never does. Okay, we finally can talk to Darius. Yes. Okay, we have a lot of options left. So let's start with tell me about Styxia. What deal did Mortimer make with your father? Refresh my memory. All I know is caravans from Andaron arrived outside the castle gates. They were filled with prisoners. What has Mortimer gained from doing this? Money, power, and influence, at bet, perhaps even a military alliance. Cops are a valuable commodity in Styxia, more so than gold. The prisoners had already arrived. Is there a chance for us to save them? I'm afraid not. My father would waste no time in turning them into his servants. Damn it. However, there might still be time for us to save the people headed to swastiks here. If we're not tied too long here. Okay, let's see. There are no flags, there's just options. Who's your father? I want to know more about your father. Tell me about the King of Styx here. My father is King Kangax of 14. He's lived for over 60 years. He was only a child when his father, the last king, was murdered. Kangax fought against King Catus in the Second Great Styxian War. Oh, King Catus fought in a war? That's interesting. I'm sure you've heard all about that. Didn't go so well for the people. Or not say my father is loud, but he's respected and feared. 60 years, I suppose he does not have long left. Is that why you're going behind his back? Father could live for quite a few more years. How long the people in the caravans have left? I don't really believe you would take such a big risk to help my people. Consider helping them a bonus. Okay, that's interesting. So King Kangas is 60 years old and could live for many years, so let's talk Darius again. Who's a skeleton? That skeleton who claimed to be a cohort, who is he? His name is Ahmed. He was my best friend and my mentor. My father assigned him to me when I was but a young boy. He was already old and dying by the time I reached adolescence. On his deathbed, he told me he wanted to continue serving, so you had him raised. The bond goes much deeper than that. He's not some pet skeleton to me. Souls are magically united. He won't die as long as I don't either. And when you die, will you be raised? Oh no, I have no such intentions. And that holds little appeal for me. What is life without its sensations? I want to enjoy food and laughter. Warmth for a beautiful woman. And yet your cohort will enjoy no such things. Versus choice, I feel no remorse. Really not. Let's talk to Darius again. What is scheming? What do you want, Darius? I want the best future for my nation and its people. And what do you mean by that? I want to open up Styxia to the world. I wish to invite more people to trade. I also want the people of Andaron to stop seeing us as a threat. Hard to do when we have been at war twice. We started bored of them. Both times the kings attempted to raise themselves to undead. Yeah, that's interesting. You foolishly force our hand. We force your hand. We do not conform to your standards, so you attacked us. The monster sits upon the throne of the empire. Good men have to act. The Lightbringers could not tolerate such an abomination existing. Imagine enforcing your beliefs on other people and calling yourself righteous. Those light supremacists got what they deserved when Torgrim beheaded Catus. The world will be better off without a poisonous self-righteous morality complex. The Lightbringers saved Aurora from the demons and terrors. Odysseus and Autumnus, Pixia was doing just fine. Never requested a help as she found it unnecessary. I'll bet you don't even know Aurora's original moniker. The name the common folk used before the Lightbringers came. My mother raised me to be a scholar. I know the old name Yggdrasil. Frankly, it was an idiotic continent name that deserved to be changed. Some still love and respect the old ways. We never had a chance to vote on a name. Joseph's children stole that decision from us. Admittedly, I wasn't aware of the fact. You are. Okay. We talked to him, so we end the chapter. I'll go with you to the border, show me the slave caravans. This had better not be a trick. No tricks, I assure you. Only a naked truth. Promise you it'll be an enlightening journey. I don't doubt it. Yeah, the music of $10. I made my decision, $10. I'm going with the prince. I want to see for myself if these slave caravans truly exist. Good idea, I'll come with you. Don't you have your hands full with rebuilding your country? Our diplomats and ambassadors have already been sent out. Our soldiers have been given the tasks. But now it's a waiting game. I'd much rather go with you. Sounds like you'll have fun. Do you think it's a good idea for you to lead a country? Especially right after you just conquered it in a bloody war. This might be one of the few chances I'll get to leave. I'll spend a better part of my life on this throne. I would like to have some adventures while I still can. I put it like that, long wife sound annoying. Very well, it's on my place to defy a king. Provide you. I said nothing. Is everyone ready to leave then? We have a long journey ahead. So I look forward to getting to know you all on the road. Same here, especially you, Helga. I want to know all your dark secrets. Saga, do you think dragons can survive frozen solid? I've always wondered. She's not going to swimble with her, is she? Well, it's not like you have a lot of users on the dome. We should be able to reach the border in under a week if there are no delays. Come, I shall show you all the best route. Onwards, my friends, to Styxia. That was a lot of interesting lore in this chapter. Anyway, gotta meet those troops who are shipping prisoners to Styxia in the next chapter, so look forward to it. Anyway, that should be it for this video. Consider leaving a like, share this video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Just stuck to this point. Thank you for watching and see you all in the next video. Until then, goodbye.